In this video, we're going to be talking about pillar number 2 of the online summit program, which is education for hikers. Because when it comes down to it, like in the previous video, we talked about training and we talked about physical preparation. And while that is an incredibly valuable part of any preparation process for a hiker, we know that success on the trail goes well beyond just being physically fit and strong. And we know there are just so many other strategies and tips and tactics which can make such a dramatic difference both to your training and improving your time during your training and the quality and the improvements you get from your training, but also your time actually out on the trail. So because of this, we put a big emphasis into education as part of this program. And as part of the package, you also get access to what's known as the Summit Education Series, which is our education series which covers a big range of topics for hikers. So to give you a little bit of insight, I'm going to share this screen here, which is actually the education series in itself, and we cover a bunch of different stuff. We talk about recovery strategies for hikers, and it goes into a bunch of details around what a hiker can do to help recover and bounce back in between days of training and sessions. And we talk about different simple recovery strategies, sleep, cramps, deload weeks, and a bunch of other things. We talk about nutrition, so specific nutrition strategies hikers can use to help both their trainings, where their time actually on the trail. We talk about nutrition and exercise. We're talking about snacking ideas. We talk about digestion and electrolytes and protein and a bunch of other things. We have a big module around pain in hiking, because pain is such a massive thing for so many hikers out there. And a lot of hikers just have no understanding around what they need to be doing to prevent common aches and pains. So we actually talk through a whole bunch of different things on the pain spectrum. We talk about how strength comes into things, how mobility comes into things, load management, sleep, stress, and a bunch of other stuff. Then we go into specific topics around knee pain, foot pain, back pain, ankle pain, Achilles pain, neck pain, and headaches. So if you do have issues with these things, you can get a bit of a broader context around how you can help get on top of this. Now, to be clear, this stuff, it isn't trying to replace going to a physio or physical therapist and actually get an assessment, but this is just more broadening your understanding around different things you can be doing, and also how the training we put together for you can actually help you with your hiking, and talk about the hiking specific context. Other things we talk about is mental strength and mindset. We talk about a bunch of different things you can do to help with your training and actually out on the trail. We have hiking gear and equipment tutorials, where I've got a gear specialist to come in and talk about a bunch of different things. And inside there, we talk about sleep systems and layering and footwear and blisters and poles and lacing techniques and backpacks and a bunch of other stuff. We talk about on-trail techniques for hiking and talk through a bunch of different things around how you can help the actual time on the trail. We talk about high altitude hiking. A lot of hikers out there are preparing for big high altitude adventures, and a lot of people not really sure how to best perform there. And we go into a lot of detail on that. We talk about hiking in the heat if you're going into a hot or humid climate, different tips to help with that. We talk about health and sickness and what you can do to help support that and minimize that and work around that when that does creep up. And we also have the women's specific and aging process and menopause, which isn't presented by me, but one of my coaches, who is a women's fitness specialist, and she's very clued up in this area. And we have a bunch of other things that really goes into this process. So ultimately, when you come into this journey, if you do have a question or if you're wondering about a topic, you will have this library available for you where you can dig into things, and we can recommend certain things to look at if you run into an issue. So ultimately, it's not just about the training, but you can come out the other end of this process just feeling like you've equipped with all of these strategies and knowledge, which you can just apply again and again and again, year after year, adventure after adventure. And over the years, we've just found that this education series has been such a good complement for everything we're doing. And it's so good to be able to take all of this general information that you often find on social media, you often find online, which is really confusing, but actually hone it into the hiking context. So you can understand, okay, as a hiker, this makes sense for me. As a hiker, this actually comes into my situation, and it really does clear a lot of things up. So pillar number 2, education for hikers, so valuable, and it's definitely a big priority in our training. So with that being said, that's going to be enough for this video. Let's get into pillar number 3.